Hey party people, today I'm going to show you guys a quickie tutorial featuring a couple of tricks on how to make your figures look looser and more dynamic. The first tip is executed during step 1, tracing the gesture. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the 4 steps, tracing the gesture, 10 heads, proportions, all that stuff, go to my channel, watch the other videos. None of this tutorial will make any sense if you don't know my croquis building process. So as we've been doing before, trace the head. Top of the breasts are at 2. Double-headed Mickey Mouse, angle of the shoulders. Waist is at 3. Here's the rib cage. Elbows are also at 3. And then crotch is at 4 1/4. Center front. Pelvic box. Here's the angle of her hips. Here's the pelvic box. And at this point, normally we would mark the knee at 6 and then mark the other knee and draw our thighs. Instead, take your ruler and take your center front line and continue it. And then take the 6 mark and extend that. And where these 2 lines intersect is your new knee. So you're essentially pushing the knee out further. And so your new thigh is over here. This one stays in the same spot. So you're only doing this with your weight leg. Once again, your ankle is at 9. Bring that line in. Finish your foot. This leg is straight out. And so we're just going to extend this out. Here's the ankle. Here's that angle. So we're going to continue this angle. And so where those 2 intersect is your new foot. Ask any of my students and they'll tell you Zoe is always forgetting the forearms. When you look at this one was done without moving the knee out. So the leg is as straight as the knee on the swipe figure. This one, the knee was popped out about 1/4 of an inch, and it just makes the gesture more fluid. And there's more of like an S curve happening in the overall gesture of the pose by popping her knee out. So a subtle change, but something that makes the body just looser and more fluid. The second tip is all about neck angles. What we had been doing before when elongating our necks is, let's say the swipe figure, her head is facing us. And so when we elongate her neck, we just elongate her neck. But what about when your head is at an angle like this? Here's the angle of her neck. But then we just moved her head up and left her clavicle in the same spot. And so what we ended up doing is changing the angle of her neck and making it more straight up and down. You see how unattractive that is? If you're at an angle and your neck is at a certain angle, when you elongate the neck, the head is gonna move. If you move the head just up and down, you just end up pulling your head back in a really unattractive way. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take the head and take that neck angle and elongate from that angle. So we're gonna move her head out. Do you see how this neck looks a little bit stiff, whereas this one just looks like it's got a more natural kind of head cock to it? So this figure swipe was used for both figures. And by just doing these two small tweaks, we've resulted in a more dynamic, fluid, loose figure for you to start designing with. And that's it. That's today's quickie tutorial. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Post any questions in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I will see you next time.